morning, y'all. We're back at the lake again, looking for some summertime crappie, you guys. It's July now, and I'm gonna kind of show you how I catch these fish, and hopefully get some good fish on camera for y'all. So let's get started. Let's get up here. I got a brush pile found. I think I got some fish on it, and we're gonna get over here and I'm gonna show you what I use, drop down, and hopefully get to catch it. So let's go. This little area, I know there's a glare, but this little area right here has got several brush piles right next to each other. I'm not sure how good they're showing up, but you can see they are just loaded with crappie. So let's get dropped down there and see. All right, y'all, so it's like I said, it's July, it's hot, and sometimes these crappie can be really tricky to catch, especially like right now when these shad fry are everywhere, by the millions it seems like. So one thing I do to combat that is I match the hatch, and I try to, I use Bobby Garland. I was trying to show you guys, like, you can actually buy these in pretty much any store, and they are just perfect little shad fry or small shad imitations. And these right here, color isn't necessarily important. Now this is the only pack I have of these. I just wanted to show you guys, but it's the itty bitty swimmer monkey milk, and these right here are just crappie cannot resist them. And so I got it paired with, and so what I do too is I want to match that smaller bait with a smaller hook. So I got some of these are 32nd ounce. I might use these later and put a split shot above them, but right now I got a little 16th ounce right here, the little bitty hook. Smaller bait, you know, if they nip at that bait with that smaller hook, they're more likely to get hooked. But that right there is money for these crappie right now. So let's drop down here and see what, if anything, wants to bite for us. So let's see. It just cannot stress it enough. You really have to match the hatch. These fish don't want anything big, and honestly a lot of times the minnows I get are a little too big as well, and so I feel like this right here will mimic those fish just a little better. I already had one on there on the fall. So let's see. It's gonna be a little tricky right here. Let's see, got some wakes. You got plenty of those on this lake. Yep, right there. One jumped on it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, not a bad one. He's got that jig down pretty good too. That's one way I like to see him. I like to see him eat it like that. I mean, I don't know how good y'all can see that. Oh, almost took my band-aid off. That's when you know you got everything dialed in. You got the right profile and you are good to go. It's a keeper fish if I was keeping. I'm not keeping today. We'll let him go back. That quick, y'all. I mean, it's just, when you get that dialed in, you can really make short work of these fish. And I'm kind of live scoping. I'm really not. I'm just trying to get lined up dropping down there. But once I get down there, I'm just fishing. These wakes would stop. That would help. That's a good fish, feels like. Oh yeah, another keeper fish. I can stay in the boat. Oh, he came off. It's hard to not fall in the water with all these wakes. My goodness. It's the one of the bad parts about summer, other than the fact that it's 100 degrees every day. All right, so we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna kind of let this drift across this brush top right here if I can. Yeah, there's a little one, little guy, little crappie. Come on, settle down, bud, settle down. He does not like being messed with. Again, on that little bitty jig. Allergies are bad today, you guys. I don't know what that's about, but so if y'all hear some sniffling, y'all bear with me. Let's see. about right where I need to be. Like I said, I could tell these had some fish on them. Ooh, one had it. Pulled my, nope, that was a bluegill. Took the whole thing in half. Lots of bluegills down there too. Seems to be the case everywhere though right now that I fish. Bluegill mixed in with these crappie big time. So this right here is it. This is how I just thread it on, real simple. Try to get it as straight as I can on there. If not, it'll kind of tumble on you going down, but that's it. Let's see. I'd really like to come kind of straight underneath this. It looks like there's some fish on this back side. Can't really, no, I'm too high up. I see now where I'm at. Gotta get down there a little closer. Yep, as soon as I got down there a little closer. It's a good fish, it feels like. Oh yeah, nice keeper fish. That's a solid one for this lake right now. Not a bad keeper fish. That one's fat right there. That one's been eating some shad. It's a baby shad. Let's see, ouch. Stop fish. I got a band-aid on my thumb. It was bleeding last week. It's hard to handle these fish like this. I'm so used to having grip right there. I'm actually kind of right over top of it a little bit now. This boat's drifting pretty good. So I got that 16th ounce and I'm in 20 foot of water, so it takes it a little bit to get down there. It definitely got to have some patience with that, but I really think it works good. Okay, now I'm kind of going the other way. It's really hard to tell. I can't tell where I'm at. Oh, that might have been a fish. The line went slack. Oh, there's one. A nice one. Oh yeah. Another nice one. I mean, these ain't monsters, you know, but solid eater fish. If, you know, like I said, if I was looking to eat some fish, these would be good ones. Pretty fish. Today I'm using the Sam Super Sensitive B&M. They'll be linked down below as always. Great little rod for pitching like this. I really like it for pitching, and you know, these fish feel giant on here, so highly recommend them. Not real sure where I'm at. It's a lot of activity down there. There's not as much bait over here, and I like, when I'm fishing like this, I don't want a lot of bait around these piles, because then a lot of times they're gonna not want to feed for me. Let's see, where am I at? I'm not like picking fish off, but I definitely want to be kind of in the zone a little bit at least. There we go, I see myself. Big fish just came in there and just sat right on top of that pile. Probably a big catfish. Have that happen out here pretty regularly this time of year. Not so much this year, surprisingly. And this is pretty typical too. You'll pull up, catch several of the aggressive fish. There's one. And they'll kind of shut off a little bit for you. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, solid fish. I got that really tiny hook, so a lot of these might try and pop off like that one did, but it's all right. We ain't keeping none, and it don't happen too often. Pretty fish. move spots real quick. Just that other spot kind of died out a little bit, which is pretty typical for right now. But this right here looks pretty good. So we're gonna see if anyone wants to bite on this. Trouble with this spot lock's not wanting to work with me here. There's tons of like shad all over this thing. How on earth did this get way back here? Yeah, that was weird. Like got all the way back behind us. There's one. Oh, it's a nice one too. Look at that fish. That's a nice one. Same jig. It's working really good. Alright, maybe we'll be able to catch some now that we're kind of lined up where we need to be. That positioning on these piles like this is just super critical.